I put my clothes in bags, ready for the maiden voyage. Got my bed all ready. It was kind of a mess. I didn't try to make it that beautifully. And I just kind of have garbage from my new stuff and like my things everywhere. Someday I'll figure out. I gotta clean this. And like everything needs to be scrubbed. Look at this. But yeah. Let's see how this goes, shall we? Hey, my name is Darz. Welcome here on this channel. We are challenging the comfort zone, learning, growing, becoming more real with ourselves and with the people around us, breaking old patterns, and just learning to become who we're meant to be. So one small thing about me and my channel and challenging my comfort zone is it has been hard for me to film a video when I am going through something that's extremely new and feels very hard myself. Like, challenging the comfort zone is one thing, but then trying to film the experience is a whole other thing. So I did film some of this, but that first whole day was something. It was something. First of all, driving in Dallas with a new vehicle, a vehicle that you've never driven before, a type of vehicle that you've never driven before. Okay, let me back up for a second. I bought this, I'm calling it the rig. It's basically a camper van. I had flown to Dallas, bought this thing, and had to put all of my clothes and everything that I had flown with into it so that I could drive back home to Michigan. So this thing is kind of large, right? It's not humongous, but it's large. I am used to driving, if you know, small cars, you look over your shoulder to see if there's cars so that you can merge lanes or whatever. But in this thing, you have to just look at your mirrors. There's whole walls and you can't really see into the other lanes it's just totally different. So first of all, getting used to that. Second of all, driving in construction traffic of Dallas, the big city. Wow, it's enough in a small car doing that. But when you're in a big vehicle that you're not used to driving with this mirror situation, and it's windy. Oh my goodness. That thing felt like it was rocking like a boat trying to drive through the city. So that part was an experience. Totally out of my comfort zone. Definitely challenged me. If you've ever driven a big vehicle like that, the steering wheel has more play than a small car. So you have to readjust a lot further than you expect to have to every time you kind of like get jerked around by bumps in the road or. So I survived that. Thank goodness. Finally getting out onto the open road, just like north for miles and miles and miles. Few lanes and no crazy city traffic. So much more comfortable.
I can't take your heart, 'cause we're not in love. This wouldn't be fair to you. And if we took this far, it's not strong enough. I don't think I'm meant for you.
So I made it to my first night's stay. I was trying to decide if I should like stay at a campground, or if I should stay at a truck stop, or if I should stay at like a Walmart or Cracker Barrel overnight. I had planned to stay at a Walmart, but then I was thinking about it, and then I was like, maybe Walmart seems a little bit sketchy. I'd actually rather stay somewhere that's meant to be like for people to stay overnight. So I ended up staying at a Love's truck stop, and I actually stopped at a gas station a little bit ago, like 20-30 minutes ago, to pull all my curtains closed and get my pajamas on and brush my teeth and do all the stuff to get ready, so that when I pull into the truck stop, I could literally just pull into the parking spot and climb in the back and shut my eyes. So, that was a long day. My shoulders are so sore. I will tell you more in the morning. I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night.
If we took this far, it's not strong enough. I don't think I'm meant for you.
Day 2 is going well. I think The first day I was mostly trying to go between like 70 to 75 miles per hour, and it was like pretty good downhill-ish, and I was just, this thing is just drinking gas, like so fast, chugging gas. I was like stopping at the gas station every like 1.5 to 2 hours, because, well, partially I was just filling it every time I hit like half tank, because I wasn't sure when the next gas station would be and I didn't want to run out of gas. But also, today I've been going more like 60 to 65 or even like 55 to 65, and I think my gas mileage is way better. I have yet to calculate things. I've been marking down my gas though every time I stop and my mileage so I can calculate the actual miles per gallon. But at least today I feel like I haven't been stopping at the gas station every 5 seconds, so that's good. And also, maybe, I don't know, this stretch has felt like a slow burn uphill instead of like a hill and then down, a hill and then down. It's like constantly like a tiny incline. So then I'm constantly like pushing on the gas, like, come on, car, let's go, let's drive. It's like it doesn't quite want to shift into the next gear, or it's like already in the gear and it's just pushing so hard to keep going uphill. Anyway, it's been good. I definitely feel way more comfortable driving today than I did the first day. And I'm getting used to the mirrors. Instead of like having to, turn your head to look at your blind spot, you just kind of like double check your mirrors like 5 times. But I'm trusting them more now. Definitely going good. Still several more hours to go. It is so crazy windy. So crazy windy. The last couple hours of driving has been like both hands on the steering wheel, like just trying to steer against the wind, just pushing me around. I made it. Made it to my destination. Thank the Lord that I got here. Wow, it was so windy earlier. I know I already said this, but literally, those big construction cones, even those were like blowing around in the wind. Not blowing around, but like rocking. You could see the wind pushing them. That's crazy. Also, I saw a black bear across the road, and I also saw the most amazing shooting star I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, you could see red and green, and it was like going and going and going. It was pretty amazing. What a drive. Successful first maiden voyage. Wait, is first and maiden, is that double? Anyway, successful maiden voyage. Woo! What a trip. Honestly, I did expect the gas guzzling, but I did not expect the tank to be so small that I literally had to stop so often. And I knew I was gonna have to drive a little slower than the speed limit, but I did not think that would put so many extra hours onto my trip. I have driven to and from like Michigan to Texas a few times in different vehicles and different situations, by myself, with my 2 little kids, with people. Oh my goodness. Okay, it takes like pretty much 2 full days of driving, at least. If you stretch it out over more days, obviously, whatever. But when I have driven it before, I have at least felt like, okay, you drive for many, many hours, like 10 to 12 hours a day, but it's like that's not the entire day. It's like you can kind of stop and eat and take breaks and go for walks. And this trip, I did stop and take a walk because I was so tired of it getting towards the end of the second day. But you literally, I just felt like I was just only driving for 2 days completely straight. Like no, it took me, I should calculate how long it was. For example, the first day I was projected to get to about halfway of the trip in 10 hours. And I think it was 13 hours. And then the next day was 14 hours when it was supposed to be like 11 hours, I think. So yes, it's great to have your home on wheels where you have your food in your fridge, you have your clothes, you have your whatever, like you don't have to look up a hotel to stay at, whatever. I mean, you still have to find where you're going to park for the night. But it was such a long trip. I do not want to do that trip again in 2 days. I'd rather stretch it over 3 because then I could have a little more wiggle room and feel like I'm actually living life and not just literally driving and doing nothing else for 2 days straight. Plus going to bed late and getting up early because you can't. It takes so long. But so far, I am super happy with it. I'm so glad I bought it. I'm having so much just comfort in like going to bed in my cozy little bed and driving it around and trying new stuff and challenging my comfort zone completely in so many ways. Thanks for being here. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.